Hello, Arizona and the rest of the world. This is Liz Harris, and I am back. I'm going to be a little bit low-key until the final audit results are out, but I decided to do a few segments because there's a lot of great stuff coming out about Arizona, coming out about the audit, so I didn't want to be completely off the radar. So I have a couple quick videos that I'm going to be doing this afternoon, and then I'm going to be in meetings. So let me get started on those videos. But first, I would like to let everyone see my new t-shirt here. And it says, proud to support the Arizona State Maricopa County Audit 2021. I am a supporter. There's also one that says proud to have participated. So if you work down at the Coliseum, you can get one that says I participated. These t-shirts are, I'm not selling them. They are located at powerofthememe.com. Again, that's powerofthememe.com. And then the person who is selling them said she's willing to donate a portion of the proceeds to the audit. So please do get your t-shirt. In the videos, I'm going to switch up my t-shirt. I'll have a couple different ones on. Okay, awesome. So let's get started on today's news. And the first thing that comes out, breaking: Arizona Senator Sonny Borrelli releases the Kraken files SB 1487 that requires Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich to investigate county non-compliance. Isn't that what happened yesterday? Maricopa County and Dominion continue to defy legislative subpoenas for the items needed by the Arizona Senate to complete the first full forensic election audit in state history. In a contemptuous letter to the Senate, Jack Sellers mocks citizen efforts to preserve our right to vote, secure our elections, and save our country. And I'm going to feature some more on Jack Sellers in another video today. Sellers doesn't want us to see what is on these routers. Who does China Jack really work for? These subpoenas were ruled by a judge legal and enforceable. The county has violated the law, and it's time to take action. Arizona Senator Sonny Borrelli has another tool in the toolbox that he has been waiting to use. AZ Senator Sonny Borrelli on Maricopa County officials. If they continue to defy us, there's another tool in the toolbox. Okay, so we have a video here, but let me read this. Arizona SB 1487, introduced by Congressman Andy Biggs during his time as an Arizona state senator, gives any member of the legislature the power to enact an investigation by the Attorney General's office into law violations by a county, city, or town. When the law has been violated, the Attorney General shall provide notice that the county, city, or town has 30 days to resolve the violation. If they fail to resolve the violation within 30 days, the treasurer shall withhold state shared revenue from the county, city, or town. Shared funds will not be returned to the county, city, or town until the violation is resolved. Maricopa County is in violation of the law. Maricopa will lose state funding if they do not cooperate. And then here it is, SB 1487 can be found below. Read the full text here. Okay. And let me go to, and then here's Sonny Borrelli and what he filed. The Maricopa County Board of Supervisors non-compliance with valid and enforceable subpoenas issued by the AZ State Senate related to routers, passwords, security keys or tokens, Splunk and network logs, and all precinct tabulators. And then there we go. That's from Sonny Borrelli. All the usernames, passwords, and pins, all routers used in connection, all Splunk logs, network logs. All right, and then it looks like we have a video from over here. Let me see if I can play this, if I'm successful. All right, let me try to play this for us. I love playing a video. Okay, so this is from July 15th, but let's see if we can get the video going here. Sorry if all the scrolling is making you dizzy here. There it is. Okay. Yes.
How's it going? This is Jordan Conrads with the Gateway Pundit. I'm here with Arizona State Senator Sonny Borrelli. We just got out of the Arizona Senate hearing on election integrity and the Arizona audit status. So we found out that over 74,000 ballots are missing documentation of ever even being mail-in ballots that were never even mailed out to voters. What do you think of that?
Well, that's either a huge administrative oversight or there's something going on that we need to further investigate. And it's really a shame that the county will not cooperate with us and to be able to answer some of these questions that we have. So it's kind of like, what are you hiding? Or are you hiding anything? Are you afraid of what we may find? Or are you afraid of what we may find? So, but when you find these kind of things, they stick out like a sore thumb. We say, hey, we found this. Can you come to the table and help us kind of come to a reconciliation to find out what this process is? If there's a flaw in the system, we need to understand what that is so we can prospectively fix that. If it's not a flaw in the system and somebody actually did something and breached the system, we need to find that out too. And it may not be their fault. We're not saying that. But you know what? You can't run away from that. When you see evidence or some kind of wrongdoing, you just can't turn away. You have to address it. That's what you're supposed to do as an elected official. That's what we're trying to do as elected officials for ourselves. The legislature has plenary authority over elections. We can delegate that authority down to county level, but the overall responsibility falls on us. We are within our total legal purview to inspect and do an audit of just about any election process in the state. So Maricopa County is the largest county. This is why we chose them. And hopefully we figured maybe we obviously calculated wrong with 4 out of the 5 supervisors being Republicans. We would think they would get some cooperation, but unfortunately we're not getting that. So this is a still continued process. This is an update, a briefing of what we've gotten so far. And there's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And I believe President Fan's going to be reaching out to the county and asking for more items that we need to complete the audit. For example, the routers. We still need the routers. We still need the passwords and the hardware tokens. So to complete the forensic part about the data stuff on these machines. So those are the things we're going to continue to pursue, and we're not letting go. We're going to get this done. We're not going to have an incomplete report. This is not going to be an incomplete audit. We have to get all this stuff done, because if you can't get it done and we find out all this stuff, I mean, how do you certify something that's completely, with all these questions? So we're going to continue to march and not let go. We're going to get this done for the people, period.
That's right. So another example of this either bad system or intentional error, Senate President Karen Fan said something about maybe 25 ballots coming from one single family home with 2 people living in it.
Right.
Why do you think it is that Joe Biden wants to send his goons door to door to knock and vaccine intimidate, but he is afraid to canvass for voter integrity?
Right. The Department of Justice did some saber rattling last month that says we can't go door to door and canvass an election, which is ridiculous. This is not voter intimidation. Voter intimidation is prior to an election. So if you're asking questions on how you're going to vote in the next election for a next candidate, isn't that a poll question? It's okay, but after an election, hey, excuse me, sir, did you vote in the last election? Yes. Did you vote by mail or did you vote in person? These are the type of questions. They're not who did you vote for? It's how did you vote in the last election? By the way, do you know these other people that are registered to vote at your address? You don't know them? Did you get a ballot in the mail? Why is it it's against that's somehow voter intimidation, but knocking on somebody's door, asking them personal health questions like, did you get the COVID vaccine or other personal health information, somehow that's okay. So the hypocrisy is all over the place. In the Democrat Party platform in 2020, it says that they encourage post-election audits, but now they kind of forget that. But that's okay. It's the Democrat D, deflect, distort, distract, deceive, whatever, another D word.
That's right. So we know that we need routers and passwords, or spunk logs. We need the spunk logs.
Right.
They've requested that the Senate come back with another subpoena. What is the next step after that? Are we going to see enforcement of subpoenas?
Well, Senator, I'm going to leave that up to President Fan. She's going to reach out to the county. If she does issue another subpoena, and if they continue to defy us, there's there's another tool in the toolbox that that's ready to. It's already preloaded, ready to launch when we need to do that. But we'll see if we can get this done diplomatically instead of messing around and going to court and all that kind of stuff. So.
All right, I'll let you keep that tool in your toolbox, Senator Borrelli. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Prove your net and hire a vet.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to play one more video that released today, and that was the Dominion whistleblower video. So let's listen to this.
Voting systems are, by design, meant to be used as closed systems that are not networked, meaning they are not connected to the internet. There is no internet connectivity at all. They are not designed to be connected to the outside world through either an internet connection or any other external connectivity device.
Do we have these passwords in the system?
Not the devil's passwords.
Oh, it's not?
So just keep them.
The state won't let us have our own password?
Not the devil's passwords.
Does Dominion have any way to remotely access any of the information on any of the equipment or have remote access within the machines themselves?
No.
Does anybody have access to the best of your knowledge?
No.
You're connected to the internet.
Right.
You log in and say, well, this one has wireless,
Right.
but the devices
Are grayed out.
are checked.
Oh, I see.
So disabled.
Okay. So, but you'd be able to go in and do that though, right?
Yeah.
By unlocking it and putting the password in?
Is that crazy or what? Okay, so essentially what that video is stating is that the state has the password. So okay, so when they say the state, who are they exactly referring to? So earlier today I was like, I don't know, is it Secretary of State? Is it the governor? Is it the legislature? Who is it? So if you actually go into, there's actually a thing, I'll read it to you. But the state, they're referring to Secretary of State. And let me go, okay, so let me go in and read this because this is really good. Just hang in there with me. All right, let me pull this. I always have so many things going on. All right, so this I will read to you. And it states, maybe I won't read it to you. It's in my screenshots. There we go. Okay. Section 3.8, source code escrow requirement. Dominion suggests using the escrow terms from the current agreement between the parties. The contractor agrees to enter into a third-party escrow services agreement naming the Arizona Secretary of State as beneficiary. All application source code for the software used in the vote tabulation system and all upgrades thereto shall be held in escrow under said agreement. If contractor ceases operations or becomes unable to support the software while under an obligation to do so, contractor shall grant the Arizona Secretary of State authority to release the source code to the county, and the county shall have a limited license to use the source code to perform contractor's obligation hereunder. The source code will remain contractor's property and may not otherwise be used by the county. All right, and then it's section 6.1, per current agreement between the parties, addition of a section for limitation of liability, except for the indemnification obligations contained in this agreement. Contractor's total aggregate liability for any loss, damage, costs, or expenses under or in connection with this agreement, howsoever arising, including without limitation loss, damage, or cost or expenses caused by breach of contract, negligence, strict liabilities, breach of statutory or any other duty, shall in no circumstances exceed the total dollar amount of the agreement. Neither party shall be liable for any loss of profits, loss of business, loss of data, loss of use, or any other indirect, incidental, punitive, special, or consequential consequential, this is tiny print, consequential loss or damage whatsoever, however arising, incurred by the other party or any third party, whether in action, in contract, negligence, or other tort, even if the parties or their representatives have been advised of the possibility of such damages. Okay, so the reason I read that to you, Secretary of State has the passwords. That's pretty much what I wanted to tell you. All right, I'm going to be back on with a special segment about Jack Sellers. I invite you to please subscribe to Liz Harris, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 7 p.m. Right now, I'm just broadcasting on everything. So please like and subscribe to those channels, and may Arizona be the first domino to fall. I think we are going to be the first domino to fall. Just wait and see. Okay, I'll see everyone back. Hello, Arizona and the rest of the world. This is Liz Harris with a Jack Sellers update. Why not? So Jack Sellers used to be the vice mayor of Chandler, Arizona. So I voted for him as a council member, and then you know, I went through Chandler leadership and I got to know him, and he comes to our legislative district meetings, and we all love Jack Sellers. He was like the grandpa you never had. And then all of a sudden, something changed. And a lot of us are saying the same thing. We don't know what exactly it was that changed, but there was a change. And I want to let you know, I should have gotten on yesterday and read this to you, but I want you to hear the letter that Jack Sellers put out to, I guess you can say to the people that elected him as a county board of supervisor, and he is a Republican. So here's the letter, and this was put out yesterday, August 2nd, 2021, and it says, "Dear Senators, it is now August of 2021. The election of November 2020 is over. If you haven't figured out that the election in Maricopa County was free, fair, and accurate, yet I'm not sure you ever will. The reason you haven't finished your quote unquote audit is because you hired people who have no experience and little understanding of how the professional elections are run. The board has real work to do and little time to entertain this adventure in never land. Please finish whatever it is that you are doing and release whatever it is you're going to release. I am confident that our staff and volunteers ran the election as prescribed by federal and state law. There was no fraud, and there wasn't an injection of ballots from Asia, nor was there a satellite that beamed votes into our election equipment. It's time for all elected officials to tell the truth and stop encouraging conspiracies. Release your report and be prepared to defend any accusations of misdeeds in court. It's time to move on. Sincerely, Jack Sellers, Chairman, Maricopa County Board of Supervisors." All right, so that's the letter from Jack Sellers. So he's basically telling everyone, get out of Never Land. I think is that what's his name? Peter? What's his name? Help me. What's his name? Never Land. Peter Pan. Okay. All right. So now here, it's very interesting. We do happen to have a photo. Note, rear screen welcomes Sellers by name. Back here, that's welcoming Jack Sellers. Jack Sellers in China on March 14th, 2009. And this gentleman, Yan, I don't know how to say his last name, Vice Chairman of the CPPCC, which is the China Communist Party. So this is an interesting photo. I am not too sure if I was in political office that I would be shaking hands with this gentleman. I don't know. Maybe he's one of the guys who's trying to break up the China Communist Party. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Jack Sellers has a good reason for it, but I know this picture has been circulating for quite some time. So I'd like to remind everyone that this beautiful t-shirt I'm wearing I am not the creator. It's someone who actually, I think she started out as one of our canvases, and she does all the memes. And she is selling these t-shirts, and they are available at powerofthememe.com. I am not taking anything for promoting them. However, the seller of these t-shirts is willing to donate a portion of the proceeds of these shirts. She said it was a healthy portion to the Arizona State Audit, because they are still very, very far in arrears on making sure they get all their bills paid. So with that in mind, please visit powerofthememe.com, get your shirt today. And when you have a chance, subscribe to Liz Harris, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 7 p.m. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be around the clock. I'm going to do Liz Harris midnight, Liz Harris 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then I'm just going to stay up 24/7 and just continually give you updates on how we're going to improve this country. I don't know. So anyway, I conclude with, may Arizona be the first domino to fall. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.